Åh, nej. Åh, en robotvässel. Yay! Vi är Jen on the stream.
Salut Jen.
Hi guys, I have chocolate, I have water, I have a lip balm, and I have stuff for the penguins. I also have toilet paper and paper towels. Yay! It works. I'm gonna be making a bit of noise while I'm picking everything out. So I'll try to be quick. And if you hear some weird noise in the background, that's a squirrel being really angry at cats. C'est qui là? C'est Fluffy Tabby ça?
Yes.
So many cats. Is the angry squirrel angry again? Yeah, of course. The poor squirrel is always angry because we get so many cats on the lawn. I feel like at this point it's for the benefit of this squirrel. Yeah, there's always cats around, so he's always like, "Rah, rah, rah, cat, cat, cat." And the cats are like, eh. Eh. Even the other squirrels are like, eh, we know. There's always a cat. Glue, thread, and let's take out the cute needle minder because why not? I'm pretty sure Otto and Jen will appreciate that needle minder. Why did the squirrel pick the cat lady? To be fair, I think the squirrels were in there first, or at least some degree of past generation of squirrels, because it's a really convenient tree if you're a squirrel. It has a really nice big hole in it, quite high up, so you can nest in there for the winter and you're usually good. The downside is obviously all the cats. But also, like, we have yelly squirrel, so that's probably yelly squirrel. But we also have stupid squirrel. And stupid squirrel will, or I mean, perhaps it's just badass squirrel, but absolutely unfazed by the cats, will routinely walk, like go down to get food stuff when a cat is like straight up staring at it. There's like a big leftover nut thing attached to this feet. There we go. They're really cute. I'm gonna show you Jen, but they are this really, really old kit. I think Otto gave you the rundown, but I basically got this kit when I was like 8 and had started on them, but kind of stopped. I think it might have been because the all the instructions are in English, and I think I got this before I was fluent enough in English to be able to figure it out. So I kind of just did whatever and cut whatever and sew it however. But then stopped, and I've been sort of carrying this project around with me for over 30 years. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should finish it. Right, so where was I? I think I was... Yeah, I think I'm at the point where I have to sew the little scarf on. And craft kit toys for kids in the 80s and 90s were wild. I had a weaving loom with a cylinder handle. Oh, they were not kidding around. Like, they would not give you the stuff for babies. They would give you basically a miniature version of the adult stuff. I love this story. Oh, I'm glad. I'm kind of glad I kept these all these years and didn't get rid of them. I'm not entirely sure why I kept them, but also they were given to me by a relative that is no longer with us. And I think that might be why. And also, I always thought they were cute. I was just never really bothering to get them done, you know. Who makes a child toy out of that? You can now get toy knitting machine. Yeah, now you can get a bunch of toy craft things that, you know, look like they were made for kids. That relative was really nice. She's also the one that gave me my first Fimo dough kit. It was a whole kit. Like, you had a bunch of colors, you had like shiny powders, ornaments, things. Like, you could craft a bunch of stuff with it. And I've always just... I think she would give them to me and I was a bit too young for them, so I would always just do whatever and never follow instructions. But yeah, pretty cool relative. It's never the it's never the shitty relatives that go first. Sorry. If my fingers look extra dingy, it's because I played with ink and cleaned up ink things yesterday, so... But yeah, did you guys also notice that craft kits from when we were kids were oftentimes not exactly like consistent, and like you would end up sometimes having like things in there that don't really match what you're supposed to get, and it was all like, well, figure it out. Like, I'm okay. What were you doing with I was cleaning up these these little dinky dip jars to put new waterproof inks in them. So I was cleaning them up with rubbing alcohol, and that kind of transferred a lot of the old ink to my fingers. But yeah, although you already know this stuff, but for the Jen's benefit, ouch, this craft kit, like, you've seen the penguins, right, on the image. And over the years, I've been good enough to keep the whole kit together. Like I didn't steal items from this kit to use elsewhere and all of that. But it looks like a kit that comes with like cute little white pom-poms, and you would need 6 of them because there's 6 penguins. Well, these were what was in the kit, I guess. And also the sequins. So as you can see, there's quite a liberal use of the red sequins. And there's only that many sequins, which is clearly not enough. Like there's some are missing. And then you have an insane amount of gold ones that you are not going to use all of them. I'm trying to find the other ones. So blue ones, that's fine. So they didn't give me these white, like pearlescent ones. Instead I have silver ones, but it doesn't really look as good. And also green ones. I think that's a fair amount of green ones. But yeah, so I'm probably not going to use these blue pom-poms because they just don't fit. So that's first thing. And then I might switch out the... So I got this box of sequins to help complete stuff. So they have some red ones that I'll be able to use. And I'm probably going to replace the silver ones with these because I think it's going to look nicer. Like on the white felt. It's such a big contrast. Like this silver on the white felt. Like it's kind of, I don't know, harsh a bit. But yeah, janky, very janky. The penguins have a back. So that's, and like, so this is the back of the hat. So there's that, and then this is the back of the penguin itself. There's a back to the scarf, and I think these are the back to the earmuffs. I still have the Velcro fingers, so everything sticks to my finger. What's 22? 22 has to be that one, so okay, so that's the hat, scarf, earmuffs. And once that's sewn, you attach the 2 halves together. And yeah, you have to put some stuffing. They don't provide the stuffing with the kit, that's written in the instructions. But I have stuffing, so not an issue. Those pom-poms are awful. They're not even the right color. Anyway, so yeah. I could probably make these as janky as the set kind of asks me to. But I also want them to be cute, so I'll probably make them cuter than... Like if I'm gonna bother making them... T'as trouvé une tortille? Top, 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 top. Ah, un chat. Grosse face. Ah. Oh non, t'as volé ta place. So what have you guys been up to? I thought you finished all the bubbles. All of them. Have you counted them? Is your next project gonna be the wreath quilt or something else? 105. Oh, about 10,000 beads. So there's about 100 beads per bubble. Is that the math? Dang. Maybe, I don't know if I'm ready to take on such a huge and involved project straight away. So what's going to be the next project then? About 100 bead per bubble. Individually sewn everything. I'm glad. All right. One down. Aye. Dang it. I've got a few quick makes I've been meaning to do, like square scarves. Oh yeah, the scarves, that's true. Some little drawstring bag. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I'm okay. It's you know, it's needlework, so of course I'm gonna poke myself with these extra sharp needles, but it doesn't like you've used these needles, they can hurt without breaking skin, so oftentimes that's what's happened. I get just a bit too close to the sharp bit. Oh my god, I had a needle go in about 1 centimeter. No way! Ugh. How did you manage that? Must have required some strength. Ah, that's gross. Did you step on it? 1 centimeter. I was just yelling. Ugh. How did you manage that? I had the needle and the stop needle threader. Uh-oh. Aw, and that threader to sharpen this point down. This is why I don't mess with needles. Crochet hooks for me only. Yeah, that's safe. That's much safer. Have you been crocheting more octopi? Or squids? Or both? I had that on the keyboard of my iPad, Magic Keyboard. And I had the keyboard on my lap. Ooh. Unless I'm fixing clothes, and then I apologize to anyone who finds the... Oh, that doesn't sound good. Perhaps we need to introduce you to fabric glue. I turned to get something, turned back, and the needle was in my knuckle. Ugh. Crocheting is really hard on my drawing hand. Oh no, what kind of crochet hooks do you have? Do you have the cozy ergonomic ones? Because those will really make a difference. I used to have like little bamboo hooks that were very simple. And I would get some awful cramps. Like hand cramps and all of that. And then I got some of the Clover Amour ones. What a silly name, honestly. But those with the like the rubber handle. I have just regular ones. Oh, if you have a hook size you use mainly, try getting that one as a standalone hook with the ergonomic handles first, and see if it makes a good difference. And then you can sort of invest in a set or get the hooks you use the most. They are much, much, much easier to use. My favorites are the Hamanaka Emi. I really like the clover ones. They are like really comfy to use. Yeah, anything with rubber grips will make your life much better. I can send a link on Discord later if you want, but it made such a difference. I was surprised because I expected it to be better, but not this better, you know? I'll send you a link. Crocheting is really, really good for my bad brain days, but it's been so hard on my hand. I have to try the grippy thing. Oh, US. Hold, please. But yeah, absolutely. I think it's gonna really be a game changer for you if you like want to crochet, but it is really painful. I remember the cramps, and they were not fun. I know there are some bootlegs, like rubber grip crochet hooks that are not clever but really look like them. Maybe they work just as well. I've never tried them. But the good thing with crochet hooks is that you only need like one. Once you have a good one, unless you lose it, you're good, you know. You don't have to. They don't have to stay sharp. They don't have to do anything, and they're much harder to lose than needles per se. I'll have to see if my local Jones has them, so I don't have to. Yep, absolutely. They should have something. All right. Do little guys with little scarves. Might glue them. I honestly think anything clever is absolutely worth the money. It's usually, like, I'm trying to think if I've ever stumbled upon a clever product that was Well, you know what? I think their sashiko needles are not my favorite, but like they're quite serviceable. It's not an issue. It's just I have the tulip ones, and the tulip ones are amazing. I really like them. Started doing a little sashiko coaster because I kind of need a mindless brain hobby for at night, and I keep the penguins for the live stream, so I can't work on the penguins at night, so I started on the... I love their derpy. They are quite derpy. I'm still gonna have to embroider the face, so that's probably gonna make them even more derpy, but I know what you mean. I need a at the sofa. Yeah, something like you could just grab and, you know, do while watching videos. I've been watching a lot of videos about the inquiry they are doing about the Ocean Gate submersible thing. And it's been fascinating. Okay, what's next? Let scarf hang loose. Attach applique 13. So that's these. They don't really tell me where to attach them though. Christmas bubbles were my at sofa craft for a while. Now that they are done, I'm going to have to think of something else to do at the sofa. Oh yeah. Do you have ideas? Well, I will turn the Christmas wreath project into a sofa project. Oh yeah, that's true. So I need something relatively short term. The wreath has like 580 pieces. I have no idea what that's going to be like. Yeah, and you're gonna have to prepare a lot of little cardboard diamonds. Or cardstock. We should do it like the visualization of the epicness of your projects as a kind of iceberg thing. Because I feel like you always like try to make really intense projects. I still got the watercolor papers I cut to size to print from when I used to make them. Well, I mean, that's never lost. You can use them to paint stuff on or do swatches or, you know. Which do you think has been my most epic project so far? Oh, dude, all of them. I like doing. You like a good challenge, I would say. Like, you've done the huge cross-stitch projects, all the series of Christmas decorations, the knit blanket with the really intricate pattern, all the quilts. Your first quilt was like super complex. The one you made for James. So I'm going to print a template on those ready to print Oh. Ah. So you're gonna reuse the paint dot cards. Oh, that's clever. That's darn good paper for EPP. EPP is English paper piecing. It's basically using a sort of kind of a mosaic pattern in little paper pieces to create a complex patchwork. Because you like put the templates on fabric, cut around, and then you attach all the pieces of fabric together with the paper in them, and at the very end you remove all the papers. I think the watercolor papers would be the perfect thickness. They're just sitting there. And that's true, that's true. It's just so funny. But yeah, if you already have it, and it's gonna go bad for watercolor anyway, so let's use it for something good. Hey, Salome, hi! And it used the Buckingford one, not the good cotton papers. I mean, use whatever you have to. Like you say, even the good cotton papers are not going to be good cotton paper forever. Oh gosh, Christmas. Yeah. My thread keeps catching on everything that's on my desk. I never did the needle felt kit I got in Japan. You're reminding me. Hey, I have a few of these too that are on my finish your darn craft kits list of things to do. They're super cute too. They're like cute kittens that you can needle felt. And I think I have about like 75% of one done. So we got our new oven yesterday, and yeah, it's been interesting so far because we've had the same old oven for, well, together ever since we were together, because it's the oven I brought from my parents' place. But also that oven is the one I was like, it's older than me, so it's the one that I'd always used before. I was very, very familiar with it, quirks and all. But yeah, after all this time, it was starting to break down a bit, and we finally decided to get a new one. And it's so weird. It's so different and similar at the same time. Oh, I might knit a hat. Oh, I bought these yarns that were made from the local alpacas. Oh, that's really cute. How is the oven? Well, the cake seemed good. That oven was in perfect style Fallout. It wasn't one of those quirky, super design ovens, but it was a beast. But yeah, the cake is cooling. Has to be perfectly cold before I put icing on it, you know. But yeah, it turned out well. It cooked evenly and nice, and it's a great performance. But it's just so weird. Like, it's the little things. For example, the very old oven had a dial to set the temperature, and the new one, it's all electronic. So it's just weird. I'm so used to like grabbing the dial, tuning it to the temperature I need, and then wait for the temperature to, like the temperature light to turn off, meaning that the temperature has been reached. And it's just the tiny things like that. The previous one was really big and heavy. The new one feels so lightweight, like you open the oven door and almost the whole oven follows. Like, I'm still used to having to pull with some strength because the other one was heavier, it was older, everything was more worn out, so it would creak when you open the door, and the door was heavier, so all this stuff. That's a compliment, by the way. I love them. I baked a chocolate cake, a box cake, because it's much easier, and they're yummy. I like them, and they're dairy free, so win. Is it touch panels? I went for the most basic of ovens, so it has very limited touch panel function, which I'm glad. But the features on the little panel at the on the oven, on the range, is you have bake, broil, the oven light, a timer, and then off to turn the oven off. But that's like 5 electronic functions that I never had to work with before. Also, like stuff like when it was a dial on the old one, let's say the recipe I have is a French recipe and the temperature is in Celsius. Well, the dial had both Fahrenheit and Celsius on it, so I could easily just refer to the other unit. I didn't need to like convert it or something. Ow. Tu allais essayer la machine?
La remettre, quoi.
Ça a-tu marché? Elle a fini?
Elle draine, là.
Ok, cool. Je l'entends pas. Oh, next step is going to be to embroider the faces. Oh, that's going to be so funny. And messy. My knowledge of embroidery is really minimal. So, yeah. Honestly. Jen, if you're still around, are you having a great day today? Over here it started kind of foggy and gray, but it's really quite nice now. So I hope you're having similar weather. It was super pretty and sunny earlier, but clouds have moved in, so it's pretty gray now. Aw. But it's been a good day so far. How are you enjoying the weather? Like the cooling down of the weather? It's been so nice, like to get a good breeze and just like less humid too. It gets so humid. Oh, embroidery time, guys. That's gonna hurt. So happy it's cooling down again. I love fall. Fall is the best, isn't it? The leaves are gorgeous. Oh, you're having colored leaves. Not yet. Here, either they kind of fall really quickly, and all the trees that usually get some color in them haven't really gotten to it yet. But I'm excited. Do you collect leaves to dry out in an old dictionary, Jen? Or you would rather take photographs of them? Nah, I take a lot of photos. Yeah, the colors are kind of better. Sadly, when you put leaves to dry, they kind of lose all of their beautiful, vibrant colors. I feel like I should embroider this with more than one thread, but I'm gonna need a different needle for that. Yeah, I think I'll just, let's... I have all of my embroidery bits and bobs. This, I'm gonna need the other needle. And some black floss. Ooh, hot chocolate. What did I miss? Not much. I started embroidering the face and realized that I should probably do something a bit different, such as using actual embroidery floss and embroidery needle, because the printed line kind of shows through a bit too much. So this is what I'm going to try. I think 2 strands are enough. It's a much beefier needle too. Do you still use your velvetizer, Otto? Every day. Well, that's awesome. Sometimes, ooh. All for hot chocolate, or do you make different drinks in it? Matcha latte, chai latte, hot chocolate, ooh. When you make a matcha latte in it, do you have to like make the mix yourself, or do you buy matcha latte mixes for it? Both. Okay, cool. I always worry with devices like that, like small appliances, that they're just going to be a temporary trend, and then the company will discontinue making stuff for it. So it becomes really difficult to use the thing on your own, you know. Not sure what to make of this, but I meant the face. I guess if they're not just a little bit derpy, I kind of missed out on a good opportunity. I bought this pair ones when they were old because we'd probably die without it. Oh no, that much? Wow. I don't want to show you how I make my coffee then. Hold on, I'm fixing something on the stream. Alright, sorry. That's a paint! Hello! Oh, I drink instant coffee. Okay, okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm lurkies with a cold, but we also have a backup. But hot milky drinks must be velvetized, it's just so easy. It's one of my most favorite kitchen gadgets next to the kettle. Hubby had it for almost a week and I thought it missed me, and then 3 a.m. this morning I would have put a Banshee out of a job. Ah. Oh, you think the cats could catch it? Really? I didn't know cats could catch colds like that.
Tes chemises, est-ce que j'y mets au sèche? Tes chemises comme ça.
Is dat wel je?
Ouais.
Ouais, tu peux la mettre au sèche. Sorry, I'm laughing at the face of the penguin right now. It looks completely neurotic. Haven't slept in 20 years! I'm not sure if cats can, but it makes me very aw. Right, so if I look on the image, they kind of made the whole eye black, and the little dot you see was made into a highlight. I don't know if I want to do that, or if I want to go a bit more derpy and just add a French knot over this part. and have something like this. I think I'm gonna go for this. The penguin found my stash of Sudafed. Ah! Dualit is a really good company. Jen, are you working on art as you're watching? Oh my god, I'm raging about French nuts now. Absolute villains in my life. How so? Why? I think I triggered Jen. I agree. What's up with French nuts? You can't do them. What? What happens? Oh my god, the penguins are gonna be so derpy. What? But what goes wrong? They all fall apart. That's so weird. They'll fall apart. Doing something wrong. If you want, I can try to go slowly through the next one and see if that perhaps unlocks something. Or I could maybe do a mock-up with something larger so you can see better. I'm gonna be making one right now. So you come out where you need the nut, pull the thread. Then I like to put my thing down. You're right-handed like me, right, Jen? So then what I like to do is I bring my needle next to it. I do the number of spins around it that I want. And then I try to poke it back in, but not exactly at the spot where I came out. And then with the other hand, I hold on to the thread. And you try to poke it through. this. And keep holding the thread as you pull the other one. And there you go, a very derpy French knot for a very derpy penguin. Oh, they're gonna look so stupid. Sorry, I'm laughing maybe a bit too hard at this. You know what? I'm gonna fully embrace the derpiness of the penguins. I make something perfectly normal when you can make it funny. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's a good penguin. And now I have another face to embroider, so time for another silly looking guy. I learned how to make magic circles for crochet. I can learn French. Yeah, absolutely. Dude. I think maybe, like, I don't know how many variants you've tried to make the French knots happen, but it's gonna be stuff like not coming back into the fabric exactly at the same spot might make a difference. If you put the thread around the needle clockwise or counterclockwise. I think I'm failing to... Yeah, that's a big... that's gonna make a huge difference. Because if you don't hold it down and have it like wrap around the needle when you go back down, the knot is just gonna... I'm excited to make the eyes on this one. I think that's gonna be my favorite part. Because you never know what to expect. That's exactly the sound my French knots make. Like I did a sampler, ouch. I did an embroidery sampler not long ago. And there were some French knots. And it's a sampler like a practice one. And these here you have the French knots. And until I read how to make them from this, I would have a really hard time making them look good too. And I'm not saying these look particularly good, but when I made these practice ones, that's when I realized that, like, yeah, you have to really hold the thread so that the, you know, the bundle of turns you made stays close to the fabric. Because otherwise it's just gonna unspin itself around the thread and you lose it. Like, you have to hold it until it's secure. But yeah, this was a really good learning experience. Another technique that completely changed my hand sewing game is how to make the quilter's knot. Sorry, that's the knot you make. I don't know why it's called that, but yeah, like how to make a knot at the end of your thread before you start sewing. Like, for the longest time, ever since I started like stabbing things with a needle as a kid, I would just try to like make a knot at the end and try to make a second knot in exactly the same spot and hope for the best. But making a quilter's knot is so easy. I learned to do the quilter's knot, but around my finger rather than the needle. It starts at the knot end. Oh no, I haven't learned that one. I was taught that at school. I think it's easier to teach to kids too. But yeah, I mean, as long as it works. Sounds like a really useful thing to learn in school, to be honest. Everyone got taught basic sewing skills. It's such a good idea. I agree. I think like just the basic stuff. The more basic you keep it, the easier it's gonna be to remember it. And then it's always useful. Like you have a hole in something. Like a hem starts like a hem seam starts fraying. Well, you can fix it. I think they went a bit too far with it in home economics class here, because oops, I lost my needle. But yeah, they would have us do a boxer shorts, like a full machine sewn project, which I'm happy for because that's how I learned how to use a sewing machine. But it's not like, I'm sure that 99.9% of the dudes who took the same class have forgotten all about it, you know. It's not like a basic level of skills. Basic level is hand sewing, like patching a hole somewhere. Basic sewing, how to sew a hole closed, sew in a straight line. Maybe so, yeah, a button, definitely a button. Basic cooking, how to cook from a recipe, how to handle a cooktop and an oven, like preheating, you know, putting things in the pan when it's hot, like just this kind of basic stuff. Basic budgeting, zero-based budget. Yeah. We had a segment of well, I'm trying to remember what it was called, but like basically he taught us how the stock market works, which was probably useful for some people, but definitely not something that I remember. Right. Time for the French nut. Boop. Oh yeah, that's another derpy one. All right. Oh, how to do laundry. Yeah. Yep. Yep. What's the most useless class you've ever had in school? I'm trying to think of one. Well, I mean, I have an opinion on the religion classes, but I never really was into it. Like, I got the alternative right away. Oh, what a good question. Because, I mean, there are classes that I hated, but I wouldn't say they were useless or the worst. Like, I hated music class, but it can be, like, interesting knowledge to some extent. All right. Chemistry GSCE. I wanted to do physics GSCE. That's middle school exams, but to do that you had to take at least one other single science subject. Chemistry or biology. Why did you pick chemistry instead of biology though? I paid zero attention. Most useful, like the ones where I have used the skills learned in that class over and over, is home economics, cooking, and weirdly religious studies, but not for what you think. Oh, enlighten me. I don't think chemistry was that bad while taking it, but it's the class that I've remembered the least from. For some reason. I don't know why. But everything from that chemistry class is gone. Alright, what's next, penguins? Attach all remaining sequins and beads on sequin front. Haha, fun. I think I should attach the head at this point. Don't you think, guys? I feel like that makes sense. Everything else after the sequence one is related to the back. It's 19, 20, let's see. The RA teacher insisted on giving us plain paper exercise books. We all hated and complained. She stuck to her guns, thus saying it's important to be able to write straight on plain paper. Every time I write on plain paper and it comes out straight, I think that crazy old lady. I couldn't pick biology because I didn't take the prerequisite class. No! No, bummer. Aw, that's a bummer. Biology is fun. In my opinion, it is. Alright, let's do this. Oh no, I just remembered an even more useless thing. No! In the Japanese junior school, we were all handed... Oh no. Yeah, okay, I can see. Yep. Ugh. May I remind you that this was in the middle of Tokyo, and thus no mulberry trees, barely no trees. What were you supposed to feed the... Yeah, I think they only eat mulberry trees, right? Still already had some stupid thread. Ah. Oops. It reminds me a bit of the fruit flies thing we did in biology. Yeah, I understand like the value of the genetic understanding of things in there, but there were so many fruit flies everywhere for a long time. It's kind of gross. Hi, salut Fluffy Tabby. Oh, and once they made their silk cocoons, they were taken away from us and we never saw them again. I'm convinced that it was a secret ploy to make school kids work. I mean, maybe. To this day, I am not convinced that school kids are the best at like taking care of things. They tried with like goldfish and hamsters and all of that, and very mixed results. Mixed, you say? Oh yeah. Not sure I want to get into details because I don't think that's the kind of fun things to share with people, but you know, very mixed results. Will I? Maybe. That's why I'm not sure. The hamster saga was possibly the wildest one, but there was some real drama. So, and yeah, the one with the goldfish was kind of not great either. Well, I mean, yes and no. That's why it's complicated. And you're gonna say, well, it was like Schrodinger's hamster. Okay, I won't ask any more questions. Like, I can understand why you see some schools do the exercise with, like, an egg or a bag of flour that you have to care for instead of an actual living thing. Let's just say I get it. Bitch. I'd care for a bag of flour with the hurdy-gurdy. Well, I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't know. I've seen it. I haven't, like, first-hand experienced it, but I've seen it in things. I think the context in which I've seen that one was you had two people taking care of it, so it was a matter of, you know, well, making sure the bag of flour didn't explode. But like okay, so who brings it home? Who, you know, like between the two people who have to do. I'm not saying it makes any sense. I'm just saying it's I can understand why it's a bag of flour and not like a mouse, let's say. I don't know. Perhaps I'm off on this. Sorry. I'm not sure it's something done anymore, but yeah, you had to dress it, carry it around, make sure it had a clean diaper, make sure it didn't break apart, things of that nature. Basically treat it like a baby doll, but much more affordable than actual dolls, I guess. Hey, Yuri! Love that pin. It's a needle minder. Like, it's a magnet. It's a pin design, but with a magnet on it, so you can attach it to fabric and your pins will stick to it. You hurt my brain. Dress it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it came from the idea that you couldn't have, like, I don't know how many dolls for the exercise. So what weighs about a couple of kilos and could, you know, roughly pass for a kid, a bag of flour? I found out recently that people have made needle minders with my tiny... Oh, that's such a good idea. I always get really nice comments when I do videos and I have my sketchbooks around, and for some time in the video the sketchbook is closed so people can see the stickers on it, and there's always a couple of comments of sorry. Sorry. I was saying there's always a couple of comments of people who notice the Our Flag Means Death stickers, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, my friend Jen made them. Thank you, Yuri. And Otto. Sorry for sneezing in the microphone, possibly. think I'm gonna have to start putting a link in my description to try to get people to your stickers. Because why not? I mean, I've always had stickers on my sketchbooks, but it's the first time that I consistently get people noticing them and commenting about them, so why not? Why not coconut? Oh man, I'm excited. Next step is sequins, guys. Shiny shit everywhere. Oh no, not true. I have to attach the head to the... Bummer. Can anyone else see Jen's comment? It shows her name but no message. Maybe it's the one that has a smiley face. Could that be it? Because she posted a message that was just a smiley face. Gotta remember to send you a bunch of... I mean, if you send me more, I will put more of them on my sketchbooks. I always try to include them. Hold on. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. And my brain is like, as if you can do that. Alright, so that's one thing. So that's my previous sketchbook, and I had put the 2, like I had salvaged these 2 to put on there. And in the current sketchbook, I went a little bit more all in. I have these 2 big ones. And people notice them. This one was sent to me by Box of Paint. This one I got from Redbubble. This one a friend gave me. And this one I got from a Patreon a long time ago. And in the back I have a bunch of... I tried to put like company or homemade stickers in the back because that gets worn out more. But I can't leave it like bland. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like the little round ones. That's such a good idea. I wonder what they did they just glue them onto big fat magnets? Like straight up? The magnets are like you would need to stick them on something first and then have the magnets in the back, right? Oh, my internet. Nah, the stream borked for me too. I think my internet connection is a bit wonky. Is it back? Would also help to be able to tell if I put something that moves in the screen, right? Instead of being outside of the frame. It's kind of choppy on my hand. Or just buffering. Oh, it's back? Oh, wow. Hold on. Lena! I'm here, I'm just trying to sort my chat out. Right. It comes and goes. Yeah, but mine was completely frozen. Like, chat was frozen, video was lagging a lot. Oh, that's so exciting, Lena. I've been annoying everyone for weeks with... Oh, don't say that. That's fine. First of all, you've not been annoying about it one bit. And then it's fully understandable that it's on your mind. It's a big thing. No, don't worry about it. I know, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Like, I understand that it's possible some people might be annoying with that kind of situation, but it's not your case, Lana. You are not annoying. Hey, no worries. Yeah, exactly what Yuri said. You cannot be annoying even if you try. That's a fair point. Speaking of unable to be annoying even if they try, there's a crow crowing outside, and I love crows so much. We've also had a very angry blue jay that I particularly enjoy. Alright. What does it look like? The murderous cats. I love them so much. I have quite a few stickers from that artist on my sketchbooks too. Because I just love her little cat with a knife. And she made many variations of the cat, but not in needle minder form. But in pins you can get like orange cat, white, black, calico, torty. Like she has a bunch of declinations of cat. And this design has been ripped a lot. Like you can find it on some shady websites. Oh, that sounds so good, Lena. Yay! Stream is looking good and nominal. Yay! My internet has been a bit of an ass lately. Like in general, not just streaming and stuff. I might have been watching the Falcon 9 launch just before. What's that? What's that? Falcon 9 is the SpaceX Dragon going up to the ISS, and it will eventually bring back the 2 astronauts that are stuck there at the moment, thanks to Boeing not being good at their job. Let's just hope that SpaceX is better at their job than Boeing. Let's just hope that Elon Musk hasn't put too much of his grubby paws in SpaceX. So it was launched at NASA Cape Canaveral just before. Oh! SpaceX is much better at their job than Boeing. Okay. Good point. Boeing doesn't really put the bar very high at the moment, anyway. Oh, that reminds me. You know, I mentioned that I was watching stuff about the Ocean Gate inquiry and all of that, and I don't know if that's just rumors or whatever, but some of the parts or some of the consultancy for the Ocean Gate submersible was with Boeing, or like stuff from Boeing. And in retrospect, like with hindsight, this is terrible. It's like, oh, no, you did not. Yep, but I don't think the astronauts mind much since they're getting to set. If you can't make a plane fly well on Earth, maybe don't try to go into space or undersea either. Under the sea. Not the same thing. The Ocean Gate thing is really, really scary. It's fascinating, like the inquiry, I mean. Because they found the debris on the ocean floor and they filmed a lot of footage of it and they've brought the stuff back up and they're like trying to figure out what happened. And the whole engineering side of it is really interesting. The whole human side of it is really sad. Hey, we made good progress. But stream is almost done. I have a bunch of sequins to attach next. That's the part I'm really excited about. I have to figure out the pom-pom situation too. Do you know when you do the factory tour at Boeing factory in Seattle, they teach you the phrase, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. If it is Boeing, I ain't going. Yeah, I think the penguins are showing some good derpy promise. I have the backs, I have the ornaments and all the sequins. The best part, the sequins. I might do some switcheroos on the sequins. I might use these glass seed beads that are a bit iridescent instead of the transparent plastic beads, but the seed beads are much smaller, so it might not work as well. So I'll have to try. I also have some mixed colors one that could be fun to use, and also all the sequins. And I have to put little fringes on the scarves too. Did I do this in a really stupid way? No, I did not. Because I was reading on the fringe for the scarves, and it says that come up at marking from wrong side. And I'm like, but there's no marking. And then I thought, oh, did I put a sequin in the space of the marking? But no. No. Not that bad. Alright. So I guess that's gonna be next week, right? Sequins, whee! I'm excited for it. The shiny bits are the fun stuff to add, I feel. But yeah, I'm gonna pack my stuff. And it's gonna stay packed for another week. I also need to figure out the pom-pom situation before then. Bling, exactly. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep it going until I'm done packing it up. Also, Otto, do you have this needle threader from Clover for like embroidery? It's really nice and much more efficient for big threads and big needle than this stupid thing. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I have white. I have this good. Thank you so much for being here, Jen. It was so glad. It was so nice to see you. I'm glad you were able to make it, and I hope you have a great weekend. And we need to chat soon, or at least try to. I have white felt. I also have a pack of dollar store felt that has white sheets in it. I have a bit of leftover white yarn and miniature pom-pom makers. Like, I have options, I just don't know what I want to do. And part of me is also trying to keep in mind how I'm gonna attach them to the penguins. Wow, it's nice. Like, this is a one solid piece now. Will I finish these before Christmas? That's the really big question. Hey, good luck, Lena, with the move and the move things. Or if you got wool fiber, wet felt them. Ooh, needle felt about. I might be able to needle felt from plain wool. It's like almost like I have too many options and I don't know which one to do. Sorry, gross. Remnants, penguins, supplies, more penguin stuff, unrelated. Penguins. Oh, shit. Decision fatigue. Yeah. It's like too many options. I'm used to doing it more than that, so it's too much. Everything in a big bag. Are those big sequins? Well, they're small sequins. I don't have big sequins, I think. Those are the, like, what are they, like 5mm? Sequins. That's so fun. Alright. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Have a great weekend. See y'all in the next one. Bye.